Weezy out of here.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I...
What is going on, guys? Clips here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my PCL D-League Week 2 match, and this week we're going to be facing off against the Mop of Justice, coach of the Portland Crawdaunts. And make sure to check him out down in the description below, along with all of the other PCL coaches. And yeah, anyways, so if you guys couldn't tell, my voice is a little bit gone, so if it sounds a little different than normal and I sound a little bit quiet, that's why. But anyways, let's kind of jump into the rundown of this match. So, spoilers from last week, we ended up losing our game, so we are 0-1 while Mop won his game 1-0, so we really are trying to bounce back from that loss last week, so hopefully we can pick up a dub here. But anyways, Mop's team is Megaladias, Weavile, Volcarona, Florges, Tentacruel, Chestnut, Dugtrio, Meloetta, Magnezone, Garchomp, and Wigglytuff. And looking at the 6 he brought, I was really surprised to not see the Weavile, as I thought that thing could put in a lot of work against my team. I also was kind of shocked to not see the Dugtrio, as trapping my Dialga maybe could have been really useful for his team. But I can definitely see why he brought the things that he did, and even the Wigglytuff, which I really did not expect to come, but it did, so yeah, it's kind of cool. But anyways, there's no team building this week, so I'll give you guys a brief rundown of the team I'm bringing. So my Gliscor set, it's a lead, especially defensive rock set, and rocks are really huge this game, as Volcarona is a huge threat, and being able to chip it down is really important in this game. So I really need to get rocks up early, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and lead my Gliscor this game. My Shaman set is a really physically defensive set, and just meant to just take hits from the Garchomp especially, and be able to whittle down his team with a Toxic and Leech Seed that I have on it. For my Dialga set, I am AV, really a lot of speed invest and a lot of special attack, so I can just hit things really hard on each team. And for my Incineroar set, I'm also in Assault Vest set, as well as very offensive with momentum with the U-turn. For my Mega Lopunny set, we're just a pretty standard fake out, really offensive Mega Lopunny set, so I can just kind of tear through his team. And last but not least, for my Thundurus set, we are a Nasty Plot Darkinium Z set with Thunder Wave. So if you guys watched last week's battle, it's a really similar set to that. The only real difference being I have Thunder Wave for speed control. But yeah, anyways, let's just jump to the battle. So as I said earlier, we're going to go ahead and lead off with our Gliscor. And while we wait for the battle to start, make sure to go check out Mop's channel down in the description below, as he is a really great guy, and I got to become friends with him after this battle. So yeah, really cool guy. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel. So we're going to go ahead, lead off with the Gliscor, as worst case scenario, he leads off with maybe the Garchomp or something, and it's SD, but he leads off with the Wigglytuff. So we are just going to go ahead and set up our Stealth Rocks. As we're going to throw off our Stealth Rocks. And he is going to do the exact same thing. So rocks on both sides. Rocks are annoying for my team, but I really need to be able to deal with the Volcarona, so rocks need to stay up in the field as long as they can. So here, I want to kind of scout his set if he's offensive or defensive, so I'm just going to go ahead and click the Earthquake. We do about a fourth, so this kind of shows that he is a fully physically defensive set. Max HP, max Phys Def, which is really nice to know, as that means my Thundurus is going to really be able to blow this thing back along with my Dialga. So here I figure him to go for the attack, and I don't really want to take damage on anything. So I'm going to click the Earthquake again, as he is going to throw off the Dazzling Gleam. And since I'm especially defensive, this is not really going to do that much. And he's just going to go ahead and get back to full health. So this turn, I'm pretty much figuring that he's going to go ahead and go for the Wish again. So I'm going to get my Poison Heal and go ahead and swap out into my Dialga here, as this thing is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to go into my Dialga, as he is... We're going to get our pressure off, and he's going to throw out the Wish as I expected. So this next turn, I really want to make sure the Volcarona can't come in for free. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Rock Slide just in case he wants to bring it in here and be able to KO it. but he's going to go ahead and go into his Florges, which was really caught me off guard. I did not expect this play at all, but it is what it is, so I'm just going to go ahead and click the Rock Slide, and this next turn I'm just going to click Flash Cannon, as he does not have any switches to this thing, so I'm going to click the Flash Cannon and do as much damage as possible, as he shows he's actually the Babiri Berry, which is actually a really cool thing to have, as he's going to be able to do a decent chunk of damage to me back in return, but it really helps that I am Soul Dust, as I'm going to be able to take it decently well. So he's going to go for the Moon Blast and do about a fourth of damage, so we did about the same amount of damage, and I'm just going to go ahead and click the Flash Cannon again. So he's going to send out the Guard Shot, big fan of the nickname by the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and click the Flash Cannon and going to do a huge chunk of damage. But as you guys see, we are going to crit him, which is really unfortunate for him. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Gliscor, as I'm kind of free to sack this thing off. The real purpose of this was to get up Rock's Escape. So he's going to go ahead and click the Outrage, and he's not going to KO me this turn, but next turn he 100% is. So I'm just going to go ahead, sack off my Gliscor, and he's just going to kind of be locked into the Outrage. So he's going to click it again here, and he's going to claim the first kill of the match on the Gliscor. So this turn, I'm going to go ahead and go into my Mega Lopunny so I can get the Mega Evolve off and just click the Fake Out and hopefully KO this thing. So yep, we're going to go into the Mega Lop. We are going to Mega Evolve, as he decides to actually switch out here and go into the Chestnut. And this is really nice to know, as I can kind of get a feel for what his set is. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. And we're going to go ahead and click the Fake Out on this thing, and as you guys are going to see, that does very little, which is going to show that he is really physically defensive, and this thing was completely built to check this thing. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and switch out, as I'm figuring he's going to want to go for the Drain Punch, and I'm free to go into my Shaman in case he wants to click the Leech Seed. So I'm going to throw out the Shiny Shaman, one of my favorite shinies actually, as he's just going to go ahead, throw out the Drain Punch, and as we are super physically defensive, that is not going to do a whole lot through a crit. So yeah, this kind of shows how bulky Shaman is. So we're going to get our Leftovers recovery, and I'm hoping he either stays in and goes into the Mega Latias, as we are just going to go ahead and throw off the Toxic. So it's really nice that he decided to go into the Mega Latias, as we're going to be able to get the Toxic off and get a lot of damage onto this thing. So yeah, this next turn I was calculating, and I 100% lived an Ice Beam and actually took it decently well, only did about half if he was a very defensive set and could not OHKO me. So I decided, like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and throw off another Leech Seed, and even if he does want to click the Ice Beam, I get the Scout if he has it in the first place. And yeah, just get to kind of see what he wants to go for. So I'm going to go ahead, click the Leech Seed, and as you guys can see, he is very slow. Very, very slow, as we have very little speed investment. It's kind of crazy, as he's going to go off for the Earthquake. And that is going to do literally nothing. So we are going to get a ton of chip damage on the Latias and pretty much take no damage in return. In fact, just gain back more health than what we even started with before that turn. So that's really nice, as keeping a Shaman healthy is really important in this game, as it's just able to switch into a lot of his physically defensive threats. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and double out here. So I decided to throw off another Toxic, predicting the switch here. So we're going to catch the Toxic on the floor, which is really nice. Also get to kind of find out here if he is Heal Bell or not. So we're going to go ahead and go get our recovery back, throw the Toxic off, get the thing poisoned, and at this point he's either going to reveal the Defog, the Aromatherapy, or just go straight attack for the Moon Boost. So I'm free to go into my Dialga here, as he is going to reveal that he has the Aromatherapy. So that was a really nice break from him, as Toxic would have absolutely torn through his team otherwise. But we were able to get in our Dialga for free, which is really nice. So we are just free to click the Flash Cannon here. So that is exactly what we are going to click here. We are going to go ahead, throw off the Flash Cannon, and do a ton of damage to this thing, and bringing it down to very low health. And I know for 100% fact that this, whatever he wants to go for, is not really going to do that much, as he's just going to go ahead, click the Earthquake, do a decent chunk, but really not that much damage. As we're just going to go ahead and click the Draco here. As the reason I clicked the Draco here is I figured that he was 100% going to go for the Roost, but he ended up not. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, as our special attack is really going to drop after that. And yeah, like, a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So at this point, he is free to go back into his Florges, and I just get to kind of see what he wants to go for. So I can't really do anything to this thing at -2 special attack. So I'm just going to go ahead and go straight into my Shaman, as he's going to go ahead and show that he has the Synthesis. So that last move slot, I'm really curious to what it is going to be. I'm kind of figuring at this point it's Defog, but I wasn't really sure. So yeah. At this point, we are just going to go ahead and throw off. I believe we actually end up going for the Seed Flare here. Do not quote me on that. I guess we'll find out. It's been about a week since we played. Actually, I decided to throw off the Leech Seed, which is pretty nice for me. As if I want to go into my Dialga, I'm able to just get some recovery back and click the Flash Cannon again for free. It's really nice. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and double straight into my Dialga. So get the recovery back from the Leech. And we are going to go ahead and go into the Dialga. So at this point, he could double here, possibly, as I believe he's actually going to go ahead and double into the Volcarona, which was a really nice play by him. Yep, as he goes into the Volcarona, he's going to take a ton of damage from rocks, which is really nice. But if he is Z here, he's able to KO us. If not, he will not. But as you guys are going to see, he is the Fiery MZ, so he's going to be able to pick up the KO on the Dialga, which is fine with me, as I'm pretty much able to go into my into anything I want afterward for free, pretty much. So yeah, that's kind of nice. So as we get to see the pretty cool Z move effect on the DS, as it is just going to end up KOing the Dialga, and it's going to put us into a pretty decent position, actually, as I'm just free to go into my Lopunny here and click where I want. So yeah, this turn I'm just gonna go ahead, and I believe I just clicked the return here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, click the return, just try and see and get as much damage as we can, as that's going to do very little damage, and it kind of threw me off, but I'll talk about why that did so little damage later. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and go straight back into the Shaman. Shaman has really put in a lot of work this game defensively, so it's a really good thing that I brought this defensive set, as he's just having such a hard time breaking through it. So at this point, he's going to go hard into his Florges, as he predicted the Shaman switch out. So yeah, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and click the Leech Seed and get this thing on a timer and get as much damage on it as I can, as he's going to reveal the Defog, which is really nice for him, as he's able to clear rocks from the field, meaning Volcarona is actually going to be useful, to say the least. So yeah, he's going to get rid of rocks now, and we were able to get the Leech Seed off, so we're able to slowly kind of chip this thing down, even if it is a little bit of a pain. But yeah, so at this point, I'm just going to go ahead, switch out, go straight into my Incineroar, as I really want to be able to get that knockoff pressure going and just be able to claim an item off of something. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. He's going to go for the Synthesis, and I'm just going to go ahead and click the knockoff the next turn. So I'm going to get the Leech Seed recovery, a little bit more damage on it, as he's going to go ahead, switch out into the Wigglytuff, and I'm just going to go ahead and show the knockoff and take this thing's leftovers, which is really nice, as it's going to be a lot easier to wear this thing down at this point. So at this point, I cannot kill it with the Flare Blitz, so I need to get this thing as low as possible, just keep it that way as best as I can. So he's going to click the Wish, and I don't want to click the Flare Blitz, as it's going to do a lot of damage back to me in return. So he's going to go ahead, reveal the Protect, or not reveal, but I guess Protect, as I'm going to go ahead and click the Flare Blitz here in case he didn't want to Protect for some reason. But he's going to get a lot of health back here, and yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and click the Earthquake again, as I really need to keep this thing as low as it can, as it can be an absolute pain later on if I do not keep it low. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and click the Wish again. And I believe this turn I decide to go for the Flare Blitz again, as that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, and it's going to do a huge chunk of damage to him, but it is not going to be able to pick up the KO, and I'm going to take a good amount of recoil on the turn, because he's just going to go ahead and click the Dazzling Gleam. So he's going to get about to the same amount of health as he had before, as at this point I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn, as I do not want to keep playing this game. So yep, we're going to go ahead, U-turn back out, and at this point I'm going to go hard into my Thunderous, as I figure he's going to want to throw off another Wish here. So yep, he's going to throw off another Wish here, and at this point, this is my chance to try and win the game. I'm going to set up the Nasty Plot this turn, as he's going to go hard into his Florges. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, set up the Nasty Plot here. We're going to get up to +2, which is really nice. If I'm able to get to +3 or +4, this game is just pretty much over. So yeah. At this point, I probably should have clicked the Nasty Plot again, but unfortunately I did not, and I clicked the Thunderbolt. But it is nice to really get rid of this Wigglytuff, as his Wish Passer is completely gone now, and he cannot recover back health and anything else, which is really nice. So yeah. We're going to go ahead, and he's going to go out to his Garchomp. But I know from a fact, based on the damage he did to the Gliscor earlier, that he is banded, as he tried to fake the Scarf on me. But since I knew he was banded from earlier, I was just able to pick up a free KO here. So we are in a fantastic spot right now, and looking really good to win the match. So he decides to go hard to the Florges here, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the Nasty Plot. As long as we stay at +4, we 2-hit KO the Florges and the rest of his team, as long as he does not get the Spit F drop. So he's going to click the Moonblast, and he is not going to get the special attack drop. I'm going to go ahead and throw out the Thunderbolt here. Do a ton of damage to this thing. So he's going to click the Moonblast again, and we're going to live, which is really nice. It was a roll heavily in our favor, but he does get a special attack drop. So we're not going to straight win, because I actually forgot to equip the Dark EMC Crystal this game, which is really unfortunate for me, but it is what it is. So we're not going to be able, most likely we're not going to be able to KO the Chestnut with a Thunderbolt, as a Dark EMC would have actually been able to KO him here. And if we wouldn't have gotten the special attack drop as well, we would have also KO'd him. But alas, he's going to be able to pick up the KO on us, and yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, we are still in a phenomenal position to win this game, as I can just go hard into my Lopunny here, and I pretty much just win the game. So, as you guys are going to see, I am just going to go into my Lopunny here, and I'm just going to go ahead and click the Ice Punch and try to get the KO on this thing. So he's going to reveal the Spiky Shield this turn, and I just decided to click the Ice Punch here, and next turn I'm going to click it again. And we are going to most likely be able to KO this Chestnut. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Ice Punch again. As he's going to go for the Spiky Shield again, it's going to fail, and we are going to get the Ice Punch KO. So at this point, his only mon left is a Volcarona at 50% HP, and yeah, so he's going to go hard out into his Volcarona here. So, this point in the game, I 100% guarantee to OHKO him with the return. So, the game should be over at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and click the return. And as you guys see, I'm not going to get the KO, as he's going to go for the Quiver Dance. And I'm like, wait a minute, why did that not kill? And then I realized that when trading over Gen Pokemon, happiness actually resets to base 70. So yeah, he's going to live, and that's really unfortunate, as you guys are going to see, he's just going to be able to kind of take as much damage. He's just going to be able to eat the damage that I deal out, and yeah, unless I get a crit, this game is pretty much over. So I'm going to go ahead and click the return, as he's going to burn me now, which is really does not matter that much at this point, as forgetting the Z move was absolutely huge for me. So at this point, I'm just going to go into my Incineroar, and yeah, not in a great position, if I'm being honest here. Gonna get the Intimidate off, as he's just gonna go ahead, collect the Bug Buzz, and do a ton of damage to me. He collects a Bug Buzz here and does not KO me, but it's not like I really could have done anything at this point. So yeah, it's fortunate. He's gonna collect the Bug Buzz again, and he's gonna KO me. Crit did not matter at all. So yeah, I was a little bit upset here at this point because I made a lot of mistakes on my end, and the special attack drop sucked. But you know, it is what it is, as he's just going to go ahead and set up another Quiver Dance, and we're going to end up taking a 1-0 loss, as you guys are going to see. Just going to go ahead, click the return. Not going to get the crit, so through the burn, yeah, he's pretty much free to just the dance here. He's going to go for the Fiery Dance. Pretty cool Volcarona set, gotta say. It was a really nice bring, as Volcarona is just absolutely phenomenal in this match. But yeah, I'm just going to go into my Shaman, and yeah, he's going to just claim the last KO right here with the Bug Buzz. And that is going to beat the game. I want to say GG to Mop of Justice. Crit probably did not matter. Yeah, I was dead anyways, but you know. Yeah, GG against Mop of Justice. I really enjoyed our match, even though I was a little upset that we lost the battle. You know, it happened. Sorry about that one, guys. My recording cut out for a minute there, but we are back better than ever. And what I was saying was that I want to say GG to Mop of Justice. I really enjoyed the game. It was that one bit of hacks in the Spadef drop, but also it was my fault in prep. EVing the spread for the happiness on the Megalopony, I should have noticed that and fixed that, as well as for getting the Darkinium Z on the Thunderous. But I think besides that, we played pretty well overall. We didn't really make any misplays in my opinion, besides maybe not setting up a nasty plot earlier with the Thunderous and just straight up winning from that point. But it is what it is, and make sure to check out Mop of Justice in the description below, along with all of the other PCL D-League coaches, and also make sure to join the PCL Fan League Discord, as it's a really nice place to come and hang out. We got pick'ems and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really entertaining, and that pretty much is going to wrap it up for today, and I will see you guys next week for our Week 3 battle.